Reggie, when you hold up the finger and then move the finger, I don't
Can
know.
you wait? It's still the same thing, guys.
Stop moving the hand. Jesus. This guy. Are we on?
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the AIB show, because Dominic is talking while we're doing this. Go ahead, Doc. Start over. Let's make it clean. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the AIB show, where Dominic is yet again talking while I'm telling him not to talk.
This guy. Anyway, today's episode is brought to you by Olipop. Discover a new kind of soda made with plant fiber and prebiotics, non-GMO, gluten-free, paleo, and vegan, with high fiber and only 2 to 5 grams of sugar per soda.
Hello.
Refreshing, bubbly, Olipop, a new kind of soda.
How do you spell it?
Nationwide.
How do you spell it?
Olipop.
Aren't all sodas vegan?
Yeah, it's called white. What do they call that thing? White labeling, I believe. Where you put something on there that makes people think like it's healthy or it's good, but it's
no. That's not white labeling.
Oh, not white.
White labeling is I'm putting this is Colombe, and I go, hey, now it's a Mitz coffee, and it's still Colombe inside.
Yeah,
that's white labeling.
Right. There's a term. There's a term for that. Anyway,
interesting. Hold up, but why are you drinking Olipop all of a sudden?
It's our sponsor.
Oh. I've seen $0 from Olipop. Thank you. I don't know. The sponsorship generally has a reciprocal dynamic.
Grape flavor is ridiculously delicious.
All right, man. Now you're being very stereotypical as a Jamaican person drinking grape soda. Come on, be better. Dog. That's just wrong, son.
Oh, you know what my second favorite? Red.
Come on, man. Freaking idiot. That's that flavor. It's funny. They're talking about the Super Bowl, where people do the prop bets for Super Bowl coming up, and they're like, what color Gatorade? And it was clear. It was one of the options, not a flavor, right? Like it was which Gatorade is clear, and I was like, what? And they're like, what is clear? And they go, I don't know. It's clear. I don't know. Frost. I don't know what the flavor is. It's just clear Gatorade. That's what the flavor is.
Don't lie. All right, here we go into this.
All right. I mean, I know it's Kendrick, but I don't know what's on there.
That's not even close to Kendrick.
Really?
White boy from South Florida, blowing up. 1900 Rugrat.
I'm sorry. What's this dude's name?
1900 Rugrat.
That's his dude's name?
Yeah.
What does dude look like?
It's a white dude from South Florida with a big tattoo on his neck, some long hair, big tattoo on his neck. I saw, first of all.
So stereotypical.
Yeah, the white people that like this in Florida, South Florida, are usually Broward kids. He's actually a West Palm kid, but I'm like, there's no way he didn't spend time in Broward. It's always Broward or Duval.
Yeah, but that's it's the same thing as far as that. So, and people down from where I'm at, all the same. Yeah. once you get north of Dade County, you're all Broward, as far as I'm concerned. You're Broward and it's Tallahassee, and I'm like, all right, we're out. Orlando, so I throw that in the mix too. Which isn't a county, but what I'm getting at. But yeah, I mean, the neck tattoo thing, I feel like that's like a requisite if you were right.
I feel like you're going all in though.
If you're a neck tattoo?
Yeah,
completely. This is your career choice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like,
You're all in.
Yeah, man. You get once you get them kind of tattoos.
What's the phrase, like burn the boats when you invade like a country?
Yeah. Well, it's burn the shit, but yes, I'm with you anyway. Same concept. Yes, yeah. No, I mean you have to, dude. If you're doing them kind of tats, like, all right, with whatever your desires are with life, like face tats, which by the way, very, very prominent these days. Like everybody got face tats. It's like a thing.
Like smaller ones, I see a lot.
No, but look at half of your hip hop stars / country stars / half
the strong random people walking down the street.
Yeah, man. I mean, again, I work in an industry that doesn't really meaning I have a job, a 9-to-5 type situation that doesn't really, promote such things. But only that, I don't think that. Well, I'm not the person who could let that ride anyway. A little different for me. 1 second, I have the dog at the door.
Olipop.
And I'm back. So, I don't think I can do them kind of tats regardless. Not think, I know I can't.
All right, so listen to this, and I'm asking a question. You know about ASMR?
I want to smack you, but yes, I'm familiar.
I don't get it. I was talking to my son the other day, like,
what this?
Like,
you don't get what it is, or you don't get how people could be
with these videos, like of people like eating and drinking. They just watch them. There's a sound that gets. It's like exciting for people.
Did you just have one, or did you open the one that you just showed me, or that was the same can?
Same can.
How many cans you go through a day?
Now here's the thing. My wife thinks I drink too much.
Yes. I don't know the situation. I'm going to say yes.
You know my personality. Once I
you were obsessive about anything you just learned about until you realize you cannot do things in that quantity, whatever it may be.
I've had to cut it down because I was drinking 2 to 3 a day. And they're not exactly cheap.
Well, that's my other thing too, right?
Olipop, available in stores nationwide. Wait, what are you drinking? Where? What kind of poison are you drinking?
No, this is just coffee. I ran down to Trader Joe's and I didn't have a chance to get coffee this morning, so that's what I just got. Yeah, poison. This guy. I don't drink soda like you do. Caveat. Hungover, Diet Coke is clutch.
Really?
Here. Oh my God. Diet Coke when you're hungover is the ish. It makes you burp and whatever, you feel good about it. And then and we're gonna have
time out. Huh? You realize that Diet Coke isn't the only thing that makes you burp.
No, but it tastes good as well. It's like, you ever had like that?
Tastes good.
Diet Coke tastes great, actually. You're right. It does not taste good. It is great. It totally does hydrate great. Hell yeah. You can chuck off regular Coke.
Taste, dog. That's an acquired taste.
Valid. The problem is it's been acquired. I can't go back. You ever try to do? Hold up. Have you ever gotten to the soda game? Like, have you ever made this transition from regular to diet? Anything or whole milk to skim milk?
Sprite,
or whole milk to skim milk, or anything like that. Have you done any of these transitionary things?
Sugar-free Jolly Ranchers I tried the other day because they're disgusting.
Well, no, sugar-free Jolly Ranchers are loaded with crap that are even worse than the regular Jolly Ranchers.
Diet Coke is loaded crap.
Even worse than the regular. They're both the same amount of worse. Is Diet Coke and regular Coke, right? No, but like once you get used,
I can't get past the taste.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to progress. Do you even drink milk? Or is it now like vegan whatever milk that comes from a plant in wherever?
Cow milk, a goat milk, a nut milk, a soy milk. I don't drink any milk.
So if you're making a smoothie, what is it's water?
Water and ice.
If you're having a bowl of cereal, you don't have a bowl of cereal.
I don't have cereal.
And if you have ice cream as somebody's got a sweet tooth, what's the base of
ice cream?
I
don't eat ice cream much, but I'll have ice cream. I don't like all those
ice cream?
Like those vegan ice creams. I don't like them.
So you're having regular ice cream. So that's
regular ice cream.
So milk is only consumed for you in a dessert type form.
Only, yeah.
Huh. All right. Yeah. But I will say the Diet Coke. So to your point, once you transition, if you have whole milk and you progress down to skim milk, and if you happen to have whole milk again, it tastes like just heavy cream and it tastes gross. Same thing with Coke. You go Coke to Diet Coke to go back, borderline impossible.
Well, now that I cut out sodas a long time ago, I can't drink. I used to guzzle sodas every day. They're too sweet for me now, like a Pepsi. Or...
Yeah, this is why. I mean, you can taste the cavities coming on. I'm like, oh, that's going to be bad, right? Yeah. And this with the Diet Coke, I've gotten used to that aspartame or whatever the sweetener is. And I'm like that. Yeah, whatever cancer-causing situation that is. And it's phenomenal. Like, Coke, where did I read? I read this or somebody told me. Like, if you have like delivery companies or trucks or whatever, the back of the truck, whatever, to clean out the back of the truck, they would just throw Coke in there and let it sit for a minute and then wash it out. True. Again, that's very well likely could be. We'll research.
It's expensive when you can use water.
No, because that would get all the corrosive stuff off. The Coke would eat through the stuff, and then you rinse it off with water.
By the way, you just said the word transition. Got a quick story. So went to the office this week for the first time in a while, long time.
To try and save your job?
Yeah, got to the little poke, say probably place nearby. So good. And I run into a former colleague. He's actually the first guy who took my office. Remember, I've been kicked out.
First of all, you can't. Let's not say my office. First of all, we'll continue. Where you sat. Either way,
he took the one with the window. So he no longer works for the company. He's been gone like 2 years. So he's asking me how people are, and he asked me how is this guy who's the office manager, right? How is he doing? I said, man, he's doing so much better. Mind you, picture this guy, white guy, blonde guy, cowboy boots kind of guy. Often, in fact, that was the first time I ever seen him not wear cowboy boots. Like a country, big truck driving, right? Mm-hmm. Like, how's the guy? I said, oh man, he's doing so much better.
Hold on, the office manager is the guy you just described, or the guy you're talking to is the guy
I'm describing the office manager.
Got you. Okay.
He's doing so much better. So the guy's like, oh, that's great. I was like, yeah, it just was, a little stressful, but like emotionally, he's transitioned And he goes, what? Right? He starts cursing. He goes, what the hell are you talking about? He's transitioned. He goes, he has a wife. She manages my building. What's going on? Oh my! And I go, oh shit! No. Transitioned into a new job. And the office manager. He wanted to move on, and I was crying, laughing. The guy was having a panic attack.
I mean, you can't pause like that. That's on you for not knowing where to put the emphasis, bro. You can't just pause like that. That'll cause a lot of problems. I mean, I could imagine that dude just freaking out. That's wrong on so many levels, man. So many levels.
So I got a question for you. I was asked this question. I may have to lead you with some options, but I was not led with options.
Okay.
When you think to yourself, right? I may have to describe what goes on in your head. I don't know if that's enough.
I'm sorry. Well, hold up. Is there a question? Have you said anything? I'm very what?
When you think to yourself, right?
Okay. If I'm having thoughts,
yes.
Okay, which by default is to myself. If I'm having internal thoughts,
say you remember or need to remember to send an email to Johnny.
Yes.
What goes on in your head?
Write down the email to. No, I mean normally I write things down, but if I'm thinking about it, I just repeat it. I guess internally.
All right. So do you talk? Is it words? Or is it words?
You mean it might say, "Hey, remember to send this around." Look, that you're talking about.
I need to remember to send an email to Johnny. So here's the thing. I wasn't given. I knew exactly how I think. I was asked.
You don't.
No, I think in images and actions, and I researched it. It's like 40% are words, like 30% images, and 30% both. I do not think in words. I imagine the email having to be sent. I see my laptop. I see myself sending Johnny the email. It's never talking. It's never words.
So if I'm doing it, if I'm trying to remember stuff, like for example, if I'm going through a memorization type dynamic, and if I'm like, let's say, remember these words on a page or whatever else it is, to your point, I picture the page and the words on the page in the whole night. That's what my mind works in that way for memory. For a reminder, I don't know if it's the same thing. Honestly, I've never actually given any thought.
It's a fascinating thing because my wife she keeps giving me a million scenarios. I'm like, no. She's like, what if you had to count backwards to try to fall asleep? Right? I said, I wouldn't say the numbers. I'd physically see numbers.
The numbers, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think I'm more visual as well. What does that mean about you then? Does that mean
I haven't dug that deeper, but there's 3 types of people that are pretty evenly split. So it's interesting. You know?
But you don't know what that means for you as a person.
No. Well, she says it means my group is weird. But
I mean in your wife's eyes.
I think my group is easier because I must remember to email Johnny. That takes 4 seconds. Or I just picture the email in Johnny and that's it.
I give you that. No, I mean it makes sense. I know I do it. I just don't know, to your point. I don't know what that means, I guess is my question, right? What's the end game here, Spence? Like what does that mean about me as a person? Nobody should drink as much as you're drinking of that cocktail, regardless. All right. On the side of it.
What's the end game? What's the end game for Venezuelans that voted for Trump?
First of all, you of all people you're in the same camp as all these people. As somebody who was like, oh, how bad could this be? Your fault. Right? So I don't even want to entertain any of your stuff now with, oh my God, can you believe? Yeah, you're the idiot. You speak specifically Dame Delgado.
You heard what these Venezuelans are calling it? No. Trump's ending their deportation protections. They came here, I don't know, right? On temporary status. Calling it a betrayal. As if he thought he cared about them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Are you the moron who thought that was the game? What about the other one? There's the other thing, and I was reading last week that there's an idea floating about sending Americans to a prison down in and I was like, what?
El Salvador. We talked about this prison.
You talking about, that's what I'm saying. I was like, this is the one you're talking about?
This last episode.
Yeah.
Right? So they're talking about deporting people, right, from the US to El Salvador and putting them in the horrific prison. But also there's actually chatter about deporting US citizens.
That's what I was like, you got to be joking me.
U.S. citizens to a foreign country to go in prison there. So I thought there could be nothing worse than private prisons stateside. But we're now paying, and you'd have to pay them, paying another country, sending Americans over to this country to live, to be imprisoned in this horrific prison.
Dude, guys, Olipop ain't treating me too right in the chest there, bro. This guy, 12 burps in like the past 2 seconds. Give me a statement now. Guy's eyes are watering from this Olipop business, if anybody can see it. Friggin' idiot. But yes,
it's professionally bubbly. Olipop, available stores nationwide. A new kind of soda.
Friggin' moron. But yeah, how crazy is that though? When I read about that, I'm like, yo, this is straight up Dominic's alley because this is insane.
I meant to discuss that. I forgot about it. Yeah, it's like, oh my God.
Bro, there's just so much stuff that doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't want to like. But
I'm not even blaming Trump. This is not even this was Marco Rubio. This is not even something I'm blaming on Trump. But this is just wholly American, because I'm not even saying like there wouldn't be Democrats who would be supporting. Like, this is a wholly American issue. This is not something I'm throwing against our orange faced friend.
Friend is not the right word. Friend is not the right word.
This is just an asinine concept.
Correct. But it has legs. Like, everything has legs. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything that's ludicrous has legs. Right? So like I don't put anything past anything. Like, there's nothing that's out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Right? But also I don't want to talk about that dude. So give me anything else.
That's what I said. It's not that dude. I said I'll be fair. That's not him. I'm not putting that on him.
I'm going to. Right? If the sun don't come up, I'm putting everything goes right there for me. But that's a different situation. What was I gonna tell you the other part of it too? I was looking at something else. Oh yeah, so you've got your big situation this weekend with your team back in it this weekend. Are you again going to be uber ridiculous and stuff like that, and all Eagles all over the place? Are you overjoyed? I should say.
Of course I am.
That was the most. Of course I am. That's
Stevie
most like
Wonder, baby, overjoyed. Yes. Eagles.
Are you hosting?
2025 champ. I am not though. Those days are over. My boy has actually a great party. Giant inflatable in the front yard. Like huge. I can't even imagine how big this screen is. Projector.
An inflatable screen.
Yeah.
In the front yard.
Yeah, it's like that kind of inflatable that can't fit in the house. It's like ridiculously huge.
But in the front yard.
In the front yard. Yeah.
Okay. In the backyard, I get, because you're not.
No, front yard, because then kids are playing football in the streets. People are walking down, neighbors, and it's you'll have like everyone brings lawn chairs and table and food. It's like 70 odd people. It's a
7-0?
Yeah, it's a dope setup.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, done in the last few years. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope, actually. Do you know this person, or you just kind of stroll up because you see a big TV?
I mean, I would do something like that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was like, yo, you just rolling up to these people's houses all willy-nilly?
It's a friend. Dude. Speaking of, my son was at physical therapy this week, and while he's doing it, it's a huge facility. Like, pro athletes go for training. It's a full gym, but also for rehab, and they do spinal injury. It's like a crazy facility. So I decided to work out while he's getting rehab done. Afterwards, I saw a sign for a recovery room. I said, go in there, and it says you have to check in before using the equipment. They've got all kind of Normatec boots, cold plunge, massage chairs, and everything. So I go in there, and I don't see an employee there. I see a woman in it, like a customer using it. So I go sit down. Mine doesn't turn on. But like, I'm feeling paranoid. I know I don't belong in there. So I get up and I leave the room, right? I come back 5 minutes later. I sit in the next chair. Mine doesn't turn on. Right? What do you do?
You leave, you keep coming back?
Yeah.
Check this. Okay.
I come back a third time. I go to the next chair. It doesn't turn on. So I'm clearly doing something wrong. I don't know if an employee has to activate it remotely. I was like, I want to ask this woman, but I don't know if she's going to snitch. I started getting all paranoid. Like, what would you do?
I'd ask the woman. Yeah.
Yeah, I was an idiot. Didn't ask.
So what'd you do?
Fourth time I decided I'm walking back to ask the woman. Boom. 2 employees are in there.
So then you ask them, and what?
No, because you have to pay. And I'm not even supposed to be working out, let alone in the recovery room, right?
What is your son doing PT for?
Oh, bad, horrible foot issues, like tendons bulging out.
Genetic stuff from you?
Not for me. He's got high arches. I don't have arches.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, the fact that you're at this place working out for free is also comedic in this situation. Yes, as things you're not supposed to do. I feel you're doing that all the time.
Yeah.
What else are you watching anything new on TV?
No, I'm almost done with Shogun.
Hold up, you're not done yet? We've been talking about this for weeks.
Yeah, I took a break. I watched Mo. Finished Mo.
You watched what?
Mo.
Oh yeah. The new season or the old season?
New season.
Oh, I haven't seen the new season yet. I saw the old season. I'm on a play next week. I'll give the new season a try. Yeah. Worth it?
Yes, it's solid. I mean, it's like the first season. I wouldn't say it's exceptional by any means. It's solid.
But you're not a Severance guy.
I keep seeing it, and I'm like, I need to. It just seems like it
takes minutes to get into.
Rotten Tomatoes said it was amazing.
What's that?
I think Rotten Tomatoes has it rated amazing.
Yeah. It just takes a minute to get into. It's like the first few episodes, you're like, and then it kind of grows on you, and you keep going, and then you're in.
And that's how I felt about The Wire.
Everything. Shogun.
Slow Horses.
Yeah.
Slow House.
No, Slow Horses. Slow Horses. Yeah. Slough House is the name of the house, not
Slow House. Of Slow Horses was that, and then the other seasons were dope.
Yeah. And again, it's Slough House, not Slow House.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
All right, this guy, man. If you're trying to get it right, get it right.
Yeah. But the interesting thing about Mo was season 2, they went heavy in the how do I describe it? The issues going on with Palestine and Israel. Yeah. From the Palestinian viewpoint.
And they're able to make it somewhat comedic?
Yeah. There's one scene that is actually comedic. Yeah. Even though it's a debate and an argument. Yes. All
right. I got to give this a whirl.
Yeah, it's an interesting twist.
I got to give this a whirl. There's a new film out that I just saw called Companion, which is like, it's solid because it was entertaining as hell, actually, but it wasn't like, it's in the trailers. I'm not giving too much away, but in essence, the companion is a robot, right? Meaning she's like, she's a robot who looks like a human, the whole nine, or something like that. You'd never know, kind of thing. And that's the world that takes place, that is lived in it, and then craziness ensues. Anything more I say will kind of give away the plot or the twist as well. But just a really weird, interesting film. But
anybody in it I know?
One more time.
Anybody in it?
Yeah, homeboy from The Boys. Who was his face? Skinny dude who's dating Starlight.
Oh yeah.
Whatever his name is. Did you know that he's a?
I thought you were going racist with your.
When I said homeboy.
Yeah, I thought you were going Mother's Milk.
No, guy. Did you know that he's a Quaid? That same kid? Yeah, Dewey. Yeah. He is Dookie, is what you said first. He's whatchamacallit. He's like Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan's kid. I didn't even know that.
Oh, I had no idea.
Do you know who these people are I just mentioned?
Yes, I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, I know he was for a kid, but yeah, so he's a star of this film. And then a couple of people you've seen before, but nobody of like crazy note. Which is why it's a pretty solid like horror film, but not horror. It's more twisty than anything else. But definitely enjoyable in that situation. And because I was trying to see what else was out there, and we saw that like literally a couple of days ago, and I was like, all right, this was actually pretty damn entertaining.
What up, random? Shout out IG. Viewer.
What up? Who's there? Who there? Oh, Russ.
Yo, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it's the most? Obviously, there's a purpose to it, but my ignorance has me not knowing the most useless job seemingly there is. I'm all in on Maestro.
Because I just did that earlier?
This finger thing, and then just goes up.
So hold up. I've always thought that
really there's a purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. The clearly part we assume. I made the same claim that you made that a maestro doesn't do anything of any note. But again, I'm ignorant to that opera world. So maybe the maestro does have a purpose. Because in my mind, I can read the notes.
No, it definitely has a purpose. I just don't know.
Again, I don't know if it definitely does. This is again, I go back to this. Beyond when to start, let's start 1, 2, 3, we all start. Beyond that, we can all read the cues we can read the notes. So I don't know I don't know what the maestro's purpose is, because I'm reading the notes. I'm also flipping the page. I could do it and then flip the page and the whole line. So what the hell is maestro doing? So I don't need him to go up. I'm focusing on the page.
I mean,
yeah, but what's the point?
His little magic wand.
Yeah, I was gonna say baton, but is it no? It's more a wand.
Baton with a P?
Baton.
Oh.
But either way, I think it's more a wand than that anyway, because it is more fragile.
It's a wand.
Yeah, but again, I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what purpose they serve. Although, again, ignorant to that whole world. But I'm trying to think if there's something else that's more pointless. Did events, but beyond that, what else is more pointless of the job? I mean, what purpose does he serve? Legitimately.
Damn,
I got nothing.
That's true.
No, there's got to be more pointless jobs than that.
By the way, did you listen to the podcast I said about AI?
No,
dude, you need to.
Why? Then I'm going to just not sleep at all? Is that what the
point? No, not scary. Not like some Terminator shit. We all know what AI can do, but this is a whole other level. It's fascinating what this guy was using AI to do.
So the reality,
positives of whether it's to make your job easier, whether it's to make money doing side hustles or a new business, whatever it is to make it. I can't even articulate how wild this was.
All right, I will listen to it, because generally speaking, I don't read a bunch of the stuff in that chat, in all my chats anyway. So, but I will look into this in general. But
I don't know if you're worse than me. Like, I'm in my WhatsApp chat.
Yeah.
In WhatsApp, I have 25 unread chats and probably easily over 500 messages I haven't read.
Nah, but the difference with you and me is I don't like them numbers. I will click on it and mark it as red.
You just click and just
don't care. Away. Yeah, I don't care. I'll get back to it when I get back to it. There's two different things, right? There's chats I'm like, I don't give a crap. I don't want the numbers there, right? You probably have like 20,000 emails too, I assume.
No, today I'm annoyed. I got it down to like
50,000?
No, 50
emails in all your email accounts. How many email accounts do you have?
2 or 3.
And combined 50.
No, I got it down.
No,
now my work one, I get so many. Like by the end of today, it'll be under 100. Personal right now is 970. I need that.
970?
Yeah, but of that 970, right? 870 is all bullshit.
So then why not delete the bull? That's my point. Yeah, why have that 870 up there?
I'll go look at it today. I just hold it and I go so done.
You can just mark all red, or you want to delete or spam.
I don't read them. Like I don't look at this.
No, mark them as red. Don't actually read them.
No, but then I have to say you don't understand the efficient process. You look, you hit edit, right? And I go so. I just go down.
Yeah, but I'm up to delete there. Isn't there a select all? Is my point.
Yeah, but some of them I need.
Oh, so you're literally eyeballing going through that.
No, but I eyeball really quick, like this. You see how quickly this is?
No, I see what you're saying. There's no way to hell that you're eyeballing that approach.
I do. It's wild. I can do that so quick. I read it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
How many texts? I had well over 100, and I woke up this morning and said I had 2. I'm very confused. What's going on?
I'm looking at it right now. And what about your IG? Do you count IG?
IG is horrible.
I have 5 unread emails.
500 emails?
Unread emails in my personal accounts combined. Work emails a little bit. Work email is 39 unread currently.
Dude,
and I gotta get that down.
The amount of unread DMs?
Yeah, IG, because GoBall keeps sending stuff all the time that I don't care about. And I just have to
I'll just tell you, forget 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have easily over 30. I could keep counting and get more. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I just mark them as red, so it just disappears. Yeah, see, I don't want the stuff just sitting there all willy-nilly, just chilling and annoying me in my screen, so I got to get rid of it. That's why I got to get rid of it across the board. It doesn't make any sense, But that's there. Side note: Did you ever have Quicksilver or Billabong or any of those things? Did you ever wear any of them apparels?
Yeah.
So all the stores nationwide closing down. The company went bankrupt. The company that owns those stores. Yeah, it just happened. So, I mean, they're apparently still going to be available, but all the stores will be gone, and you can buy the brand to be distributed by somebody else. But they're all going to be gone beyond that.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I was like, that's insane to me across the board. I didn't realize that was the thing. But yeah, and then do you listen to TED Talks?
Oh yeah, of course. Love TED Talks.
So apparently, TED Talks are pulling, and I'm reading this from whatchamacallit, from the Morning Brew, like a Willy Wonka type vibe. So in essence, you could be the next owner of everyone's favorite technology, entertainment, and design conference. After running the show for a quarter century, TED curator Chris Anderson is issuing an open invitation to anyone who believes they might have the resources and the ideas to oversee TED for the next 25 years and beyond to step forward. So if you want to be the next owner and curator and runner of TED, go for it. But here's the qualifications you must have. Number one, a creative vision for TED's future, including how to leverage new tech like AI. 2, a commitment to keeping TED nonpartisan and free to watch and to continue to license via TEDx. 3, enough funding to make it all happen. The willingness to commit, right? So gotta be rich. The willingness to commit significant capital for long term will be an important deciding factor. Anderson noted. So yeah.
3 is kind of the issue.
Well, for everything, right? So TED says a business arm not profitable, owns it. The TED Foundation, which has approximately 25 million in reserve funds, Anderson's currently its sole director. Annual flagship conference sells 1,500 custom seats in a theater in Vancouver, and it costs $12,500. Like there's money to be made there as well. You can get a financial backers to make that happen. But the fact that, again, like everything else, it's like, okay, let's get a bunch of rich people to kind of curate and manage and communicate to everybody else about what rich people want.
Yeah.
Which is just interesting across the board. And then obviously you're hearing about the Panama Canal business.
Yes. But Panama came back and said, no, we didn't say that.
Yes, you are correct.
So long story short, Panama Canal, was it fully transitioned, that's the new word, to Panama? I don't think it was until the early 70s.
1977.
Yeah, it was built like over a century ago, right? But 1977, they had power, and now Rubio went down, came back and said they've agreed to stop taxing us U.S. ships to paying tolls. Mind you, it's a nominal fee. Annually.
Very nominal. Comparatively,
like $10 million.
It's 0.5% of the. But no, hold up. But the non-taxing was for military ships, but it represents 0.5% of the total number of ships that sail through there each year. And it was something like $10 million for like 20 years or something like that. It was some nominal crazy dollar amount, or 25 million for 25 years or something like that. Yeah.
So he said they've agreed to stop, having us pay tolls, to which Panama came out and said, basically, what the hell are you talking about? We never agreed to shit. What are you talking about?
It's well, not only that, but Marco Rubio is also just a moron, for lack of a better word. It's like, I don't know what has he done that's positive. I cannot think of one item. I'm sure there is one, but I can't think of it. But generally speaking, just this idea, this is also just beyond foolish across the board. It's just beyond foolish in general. And then the last thing I'll say on this too is like the whole idea of like, everything's going on with everything going on with the teachers, not teachers, with the public officials, and in essence getting them all to resign and putting out the offer to resign early and take the buyout and get paid out for 8 months and kind of leave their jobs as not public officials, but as government employees, right? They're trying to get people to actually, to reduce the overall headcount. And they're expecting to get between 5 and 10% of people accepting the buyout offer. They got 2%.
2% or 2 people?
2%. Right? What's also interesting.
Not to take it.
There's there's many dynamics here. One of the things is
natural. They wanted 5 to 10?
They wanted 5 to 10. That was a goal, apparently. Natural attrition, without doing this, by the way, per year is 5. You feel me? Like right? That's how ridiculous this is.
But to be fair, I guess they were hoping for that 5 plus the next 5 to 10.
Valid, but you got 2. Yeah. And the other part of that 2 to realize is they don't have the budget to do this through 8 months. They have the budget. Remember, there's no funding past March. Yeah, government shutdown coming up, right? Nothing's been there, so you can't make a plan.
You're quitting, expecting the money, but there's no budget for money. Plus, there's debate as to whether there's
it's also not illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my point is, even if you were to take it, you don't have any guarantee of the money. If you don't take it, which you shouldn't, right? Based on this situation, let it play out and whatever else. But you can't trust, as we've just found out, Venezuela, in that this will work out in your favor. So you kind of gotta, take care of yourself in the situation, right? And my bigger concern is the fact that you got. I forgot the dude's name. One of the dudes, like you heard that there was this the dude. So Doge, right? There's been access granted to Elon and his people to kind of go through and look at records and so on and so forth, right? And the idea was it's supposed to be read only, but it wasn't read only. Number one. So number one is so they've accessed all our stuff.
Yep.
Right, which is annoying to me on so many levels I cannot express. One of the dudes had to resign. Actually, I don't even know why he resigned, because again, in the current climate, he probably could have thrived. But the resignation was predicated on the fact that he had sent as much as he'd sent his old, like one of his old social media situations. And I don't know why people do post this stuff on there. If you truly believe that you are a racist and whatever else, you probably just keep it to yourself, right? Although now different situation. Yeah. But he went out and literally said, "I'm the original." He said all these things in general about that and closed on that account. And that account was found, and they realized that he was this kind of person, and so he stepped down. He's like 25-year-old dude, right? But the comedic part is, so my point is that dude got your information. Right? There's a vetting. That dude got your information, right? Because that's the appropriate vetting. Secondarily, that dude didn't resign because of the type of person that dude is. And that dude obviously hired by similar people in the situation, which makes it even more problematic for me. And nothing's secure in the grander scheme of things. Right? And for those of y'all expecting tax returns and whatever else, I don't know what plays out in the situation.
Because you're expecting what?
Tax returns and everything. Like everything. I mean, he's got all the access to everything there. What gets paid out, what doesn't get paid out, and how and why, whatever else, all the stuff is there. My bigger issue with all this too is if you play the game where you go, there's this mindset of you need it's good to have a business person running the government. And I say no, quite the contrary. And the logic there is if I'm running a business, then yes, I cut out the fat and I go, I don't need this because it's bringing my business down. If I'm running an economy, I got to take care of the populace. There are people who are, who don't bring as much to the economy as others. Doesn't mean I can't not support these people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not a business. Quite the contrary. Right? And you can't run it like a business because you need the people. And you got to support the people and take care of the people and things like that. Versus the business, I don't want to deal with you, you're out. Which is a whole different dynamic. And the idea that this is the business is wrong.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that's one of my biggest problems in general. It is wrong, not a business. Right? And this is and that's why and the whole idea of trimming the fat and whatever else. Look, I get it in theory. We all know the government's got all kind of issues, but can't have Jane and John Doe coming out there doing it in general. Right? And if we're going after immigrants, can't have random immigrant coming and doing it either for playing this game.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll leave it at that. You got anything positive?
Can you hear me?
I can. I saw you fiddling. Could you hear anything I just said? I saw you fiddling with your mic and whatever else in your headphones.
You can hear me now?
I could hear you the whole time.
Oh, this is not good.
Why?
I'll tell you afterwards. Anything positive?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, good talk. I don't know what you want from me there. Good talk in the situation. I'm trying to do anything's worthwhile, but nothing. So I'll leave you at that. You guys have a good one. We'll talk soon. Take it easy. Enjoy the day.
Boom!